What the hell? Why not?
Oh no! Oh god! Jeez.
Though, come to think of it, how do you use this thing? Aim for the bleachers, I guess? Oh,
Well, that is quite an opening. Oh god. I didn't think we'd ever directly see her kill someone. At least not until later. Oh, wow. That tells us a lot about her, though. That does tell us a lot. Like the fact that she didn't know how to use a sword.
Barely got 3 centimeters into his neck. Must have hit a vertebra and stopped dead. Still got the job done after a few whacks, but... well, it was my first time with a sword. And I've never been very good at anything the first time. I've always needed lots of practice. Okay, the music should have deadened the sound of the gunfire. And that gun was heavily modified. If it somehow still had its tags, they can't possibly be functioning properly. So I've got a window of opportunity. First things first, gloves back on. God, shit. Wow, someone's lively. Who the hell? Some kind of mod keeping him alive? A cruelty under his circumstances. I could hear that slug tear his intestines apart. The pain alone should have knocked him out cold, yet his fingers are limp, his eyes sharp. Paralyzed. There are rules, I thought. Blood's pooling fast. You've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes for what? Everything. You're no meg assassin, you're too talkative. Who sent you, Fox, Grey Lady? Well, that red should have... you the Rust's newest rabbit dog, Carabou. It's cute how you all give each other nicknames. You're civilian? Where's the mask? What? Go to hell. You just looked right at the desk drawer. I thought you said you played poker. Need your keys. A civilian thief? Theft is victimless. It's robbery when violence is involved. Ha ha ha. So you're out of your goddamn mind. I'm the last person you'll ever talk to, Creek. Your choice, but you really want to be rude. You seem like you can take it. The way she just frowned a tiny bit at that. The key clicks into the small safe and I pull the door to reveal paperwork. Page after page of spreadsheets and diagrams and text all printed in red. Is this important? Ha! So considerate. Nah, just throw it anywhere. Okay. I was joking! 3 minutes now. Sarcasm will cost you time you don't have. There it is, a gleaming darkness at the back of the safe. So that's it. You, all this, all of us, for that? Just for that? I get asked that question a lot. Oh, interesting. Would you feel better if I'd killed you for a different reason? If I had a good reason for blowing a hole in your stomach? Would it have hurt any less? You still got more than 2 minutes, plenty of time. I could spin up whatever fairy tale you'd like to put you to bed. I bring the mask to my face and for a brief moment the surface seems to writhe. Is it trying to adjust itself to me? Suppose it makes sense you wanting a mask so bad. If I was as hideous as you on the inside, I wouldn't want to go barefaced either. Hit a nerve must be the worst kind of feeling, being seen. Seen by someone you can't even hurt anymore. Well, I see you. Heartbreak. Yeah, big bad faceless heartbreak. I'm just a dumbass. Don't flatter yourself. It's not that you're particularly perceptive. I just don't have anything to hide when a corpse is talking. First honest thing you've said. So what gives, HBK? You're clearly not an idealist. All the terrorism, rebellion theories out the window. You go around killing 'cause your daddy smack you around? Your mummy not hug you enough? My father never laid a hand on me. My mother hugged me. A sufficient amount. So what the hell's your excuse? I don't make excuses. Then what the hell's wrong with you? Less than a minute now. I could spend that time making up a diagnosis if you'd like. Or would you prefer I just come over there and squeeze? How many? Another question straight out of the greatest hits. How can I put this? How many times have you eaten bread? Never. Got a gluten... got a gluten thing, bitch. Whatever. Point is, I'm not a collector. This is not my hobby. I do not keep count. There is no code. I do what I want as often as I want to. Do what thou wilt, whole of the law. Is that it? Don't know what you're referencing, but from where you're sitting, do I really look like the law-abiding type? I bring the mask back down to my face, and again its surface seems to shudder. Forget it. At least I know you deserve what's coming. I've heard a lot of empty threats in people's last moments, Creek. They're never that memorable. Told you that mask was a death sentence, that it was spoken for. They called in a huntsman from overseas, home turf. Huntsman can become anyone, go anywhere, kill anything. Supposed to come over and slaughter the rust. That mask was part of his payment. He'll be looking for it. Possession is 9/10 of the law. What the hell's that supposed to mean? Finders keepers. Gah, forget it. I don't need to scare you. Huntsman, hunter, too much meaning lost. Always thought better translation was pelt taker. He'll find you, flay you alive, wear your skin, then go around and murder... What a face. Should have taken you up on dipping out early. Anything beat dying, staring at a face like that. So, huntsman coming to get me? Nah, the dead and the dying mate for strong bluffers. And I've seen more than a few of them try their hand at improv. Done a move. I need to scuff things up a bit more, make this look like an orca shootout than, well, a visit from me. Get it back. Oh, the knife. Cover tracks. Oh my god. I can't believe that this is what we have. Weapons are inherently disposable. I can kill with anything. So I'd rather not bother... So I'd never bother to retrieve one from a dead man's grip. But... I might need for a knife again shortly. So I'll be taking this back, Miller. I had to pry. Why is it that the dead are always grasping? Cover tracks. The sword was not worth the effort. Lesson learned, but now I have to remove it for this next part. His eyes. Can't tell the model from the outside, but I can make a strong, educated guess at the price range. If they back up any data, they can't be more often than once an hour. It'll be 10 o'clock soon. I'm going to need something with some heft to it. Skull. See no evil. Oh, yikes. Well, the bat's definitely spent, but his eyes are no longer a problem. God, Trey looked like a child, like a teenager, Fran sort of age. Oh, God. And the sword is fine where it is. Not going to tempt fate and risk nicking myself with it. That's all the burning is. Hang on. No, because the sword... She wasn't wearing her gloves when she killed them. So her prints are on the sword. Time to take care of the chores. I had to remove my gloves to convince them I could use the dark card. That means I handled all the murder weapons with my bare hands. Obviously, I'll need to wipe my prints off the gun and my knife, but I put my gloves on before opening Creek's safe and cracking Trey's skull. So what does that leave? Remember everything Morgan handled. Better try the police don't miss fingerprints. If you're sure you've got everything, you're good to move on. Right? Focus, no mistakes. Okay, I am going to be honest. I recorded the first part like a week ago because this is the first recording of the year, and it's been a busy week. So there was the gun, the knife, the safe, the sword, the bat. She had her gloves on. Maybe the pad. Oh, the keys. The card. I don't think she touched the remote, but I can probably wipe it anyway. First of all, the sword. The sword. I gripped the handle with both hands when I brought it into his neck. Thinking back, I dragged the tip across the floor, didn't I? Shit, probably got Miller's blood on it. That's sloppy. And stupid. Why the hell did I... Nah, forget it. There's nothing I can do anyway. Fingerprints can be wiped, and there's no cleaning agent on Earth that can hide blood from a modern forensics team. And I'm not looking to do an encore performance of my reaction to these goddamn fickle bobbies. Return keys. He has a little keychain. Maid. That's a maid, isn't it? I'm going to assume that is Don Quixote from Limbus Company in a maid outfit. Right, the keys I took off him to open the safe. The Blue Bloods are going to find out I took the mask eventually, but I see no reason to give them any hints. And on the off chance the police get here first, I'd rather they not investigate this as a robbery. All that's to say, you can have these back, Creek. The papers. I touched the papers. The card. The dark card played its role as bait perfectly, even if it's the reason I'm going to have to go around wiping off prints. I'll never be able to pull funds off it, but I might be able to use it again if... it's stuck. Creek must have dropped it harder than I realised. Getting shot in the stomach doesn't help with handling delicate electronics. No way I'm going to risk taking the whole reader with me. Could have any number of pings and strings leading back to the manufacturer, even the Blue Bloods themselves. No, I'll wipe the dark card off and then set the whole reader back on the desk. For all anyone knows, Creek's pod mugged it off some slummer, and we're trying in vain to get beer money off of it. Hopefully, her prints aren't on any part that is still stuck in the machine. This is the remote I used to distract the big guy. I need to wipe my prints off it, of course, but should I turn the music back off? No, it was playing when I first walked in. Best to preserve continuity. And besides, what was it he said? We like it loud, screws with bugs. He was right about that much. A little smoke screen never hurts. I mean, she did touch the papers. I don't know how easy it is to get prints off paper. I don't think it's easy. Why are there two swords? There's a sword there, and there's a sword over there. And where's the gun? I can't see anything else, although I haven't wiped the gun yet. And there are the paper. Yeah, there's the blood smear at the bottom. I haven't wiped the papers, if that's the thing I can even do. But auto-find is not doing anything. Normally, you auto-advance when you complete an area. So I'm thinking this is them making it a bit harder, but the fact that auto-find isn't finding anything makes me think I have got everything. Okay. Can't exactly spend all night on this. Am I good here? Think again. What else is there? The gun! Okay. Obviously, I'll wipe the prints off this gun and my knife, so presumably that's saying that's already done. And the gloves were before the safe and the bat. So that, yeah, it was just the sword, the card, the keys. Right, so she didn't even wipe the keys, because she put the gloves on and then took the keys. Which means she had the gloves on when she handled the papers as well. Yeah, so that is everything. Okay. I think I'm good here. Okay, this feels like the scene's been set. It's a strange sensation erasing your own presence. Sense of supremely private accomplishment. Like placing the last piece into a milk-white jigsaw puzzle and then throwing it in the trash. It's not unpleasant, but I can't linger here any longer to save it. Time to draw this to a close. Is she gonna look in the room? Thank God for the mask. Can still tell it smells god-awful in here, but is bearable. Rehydrated sweat and vomit, scents full of adrenaline and sickly heat. Unfiltered, I'd be at risk of getting sick if it weren't for all the blood. Right. I mean, the long green hair looks like David, but it can't be. Way too buff looking. What to do with you? Blindfolded gags, hands bound above him with plastic ties and linen wraps, bloodily beaten and drugged. These syringes. They wanted him to stay conscious. Not very popular, are you? Still, you're not dead. And with these kinds of injuries, you won't die soon. Not without a push. That might be the most charitable thing to do under these circumstances. He must have wished for death at least once during all this torture. Too bad. The bat that barred the door is now in splinters. Anyone walking in after me won't realise this room was locked from the outside. If this captive had somehow gotten his hands on a blade, there'd be nothing stopping him from stepping out here and butchering his captors. The Blue Bloods will want someone to blame for the deaths of 4 of their men. And unlike the police, they won't bother arresting an innocent man and putting him up for trial for the world to see. They'll wrap things up for me. Hold that for me. As for the gun... What's with that? All I did was tuck the gun into your waistband, pal. Oh. Okay, I can see how that would be distressing under the circumstances. Well, you can relax about that. It's not loaded. A few minutes from now, you're going to wish it was. Out again already? Rest up while you can. What's that on his neck? Here. When you wake up, you'll want to start running. 3:35, 14th of August, so about a month later, or a couple of weeks at the minimum. Like I practiced. Irasai. Irashe? Bar Kintsugi. Line 15. I still find that this... Oh, she's back in her normal attire. Pardon? Oh, Diamani. Keep working on it, kid. Bar Kintsugi. Ah, that's clever. The lines. Because I believe Kintsugi is the art of repairing broken things, and you do it with like a gold tinted glue or a glue with like gold dust or gold something, gold flakes or gold powder or something in it, so that it highlights the cracks that have been repaired and they look like this. Didn't mean to interrupt you in the middle of training your new employee. How's it working out? It is she, right? Never worked this close with an ad before. She is unbearably forgiving, so I doubt we'll get sued. She's fine. Oh, look, she's dressed strangely. She's fine. Good at cleaning, precise with her mixing, knows a hell of a lot of trivia. Popular with the younger crowd, I think. This is the place with the android bartender? They talk like I installed a new karaoke machine. I didn't know you had a younger crowd. Funny. What does that make you, Grandma? More of a learning curve to her than I was expecting. Did you cheap out on her base installs? It's like I have to teach her everything. Trust me, there's nothing cheap about Sarah. Sarah! Yay, Sarah! Paralegal apprentice at Kintsugi. Split field diopter. Wing Chun folding clothes. Dislikes mops, fire alarms, and variety packs. Useless talent, I can do a full split, but that is not useless. As you think, so shall you become. I tried to use Adonis makeup and broke a lipstick. No! She's adorable. Sarah. Don't have one for Diamante. I think that was his name. Oh yeah. No, translated literally as ability is a world-renowned form of Japanese dance theatre and codified performances dating back to the 14th century. Performers wear archetypal costumes and masks and must convey emotion through precise movement. Their masks are masterfully crafted, such that a single static mask can convey sorrow, fury, joy, or terror by merely angling the head differently. Really cool. And ads. Know what ads are. Trust me, there's nothing cheap about Sarah. But yes, she can take a minute when learning the ropes. Grin and bear it a little while longer. Once she does find her footing, she'll have you worried about your job security in no time. Keep it up. I didn't have to do you the favour of hiring her, you know. Favour? Plenty of people out there would kill to work at an up-and-coming bespoke establishment like Bar Kintsugi. I think I hear them pounding at the door now. Technically, legally, you didn't hire anyone. I generously agreed to loan you my android during the hours when I have no use for it. No, look who's the top of her head. These kind of arrangements aren't uncommon. Androids can, in theory, work 24 hours a day indefinitely. But their users can't. Parents come home from work, people go to sleep, staff take holidays, offices close for the night. The end result of all that slack is that a lot of androids spend a good portion of their operating time waiting around. So the more enterprising owners loan them out during that downtime. Ideally to businesses with complementary working hours. There are plenty of apps and HR software to help arrange it all, but Sarah's apprenticeship wasn't on the books. After the fallout around David's death settled down, I came to realise exactly how shortchanged I was in our paralegal arrangement. She's handy for research and rote work, of course, but she barely sleeps, rarely eats, finishes paperwork at lightning speed. I was spending more time finding shit to keep her busy than I was actually working. And of course, I value my alone time. As on one of those long walks of mine that I recalled Reinhardt was having trouble getting this bar up and running. Takes a village to keep the world's most advanced android busy. Yeah, lone whatever. Sarah's the one who clocks in and clocks out, does the work, cleans the bathrooms, she's the employee. If she was an employee, you'd have to cover her benefits. Not on my current income bracket, I checked 3 times. Wait, you're not taking a paycheck, are you? It's not a paycheck. Don't lawyer me on this shit. Sarah can't earn a paycheck, she's not a person. If she walks like a person and talks like a person and works like a person, the Supreme Court disagrees. That is actually remarkably progressive of him. Interesting. Still, I love the design of the bar. By 13-0. Yeah, well, Supreme Courts have been wrong about that kind of thing before, haven't they? Do I hear a touche? Sarah, tell boss here what you spend your salary on. Look at her, she's so adorable. She's so adorable. Diamani. Reinhard Boss Diamani. Owner-operator of Kintsugi. Likes libraries, boating, and fast learners. Dislikes marketing, solicitors, and signing things. Collects ancient coins. Pet peeve, web pages that take too long to load. Don't mention the speed at which Kintsugi's site loads. Oh, Sarah looks so adorable. I have started purchasing cases of wine. What? Wait, that's what those deliveries were? As the wine appreciates, its resale value will increase. Especially if I can predict which vintages will be in high demand. Interesting. Like, I know that Sarah is... Alright, in case you haven't seen episode 1, and I think this is going to be the last time I'm going to say this, go and watch it. It probably won't be the last time. But yes, you should definitely go and watch it, because loads of spoilers, such as 3, 2, 1, Sarah is not an android. She is an artificial... Well, she's an artificial grown person. Like, she's not an artificial intelligence, as much as she is an artificial person who is intelligent. Fine distinction. But basically she's technically a robot in the way that if you put a robot's mind into a body, they'd technically be a person, I guess? Anyway, I'm butchering it a bit, but the point is, she is much more of a person than any robot, android, or AI. The interesting thing to me isn't so much that Diamani is sort of treating her like an ad, but more Morgan is treating her like a person. So Morgan isn't taking her paycheck, which you would really think that she would. I mean, she might be, like, getting rent off her, but not, not just taking her money. Sarah is allowed to do what she wants with her money, and that's just incredible. Since I don't have a bank account, I can't earn interest in the traditional sense, but if I stay up to date on the sommelier reviews... So you'll resell the wine at a profit, and what'll you do with that money? No, look at her. Stop it, you're making her depressed. I did also purchase a cache of sheet music. What? What for? Practice. No! You're muttering. Forget it, none of my business. Speaking of business, the place isn't exactly packed. Oh, I see, it's a dress. It's a very plain dress, but I suppose, Well, are you volunteering to help with that? There are lawyer bars, right? Right, where all the lawyers go after trials? Kintsugi could be a lawyer bar. Yeah, those lawyer bars are usually close to the courtroom, though. Don't. Everything's signed and paid. I can't think about what ifs on location anymore. This is the spot that was available, and I need a soda water with all this stress on my stomach. Zara Tembar. No! Ahem. What are you buying, stranger? Oh. What was that? Boss has been teaching me his bar-side manner. He says his clientele expect a certain degree of maturity when they come here. And so you're using a deeper voice. That was deeper? I guess I'll re-record that. What are you buying, stranger? Yep, so you got the deeper voice in the final video, but I just did it in a normal voice first time. Is it not working? Please let me know when you're ready to order. Oh, Sarah. So adorable.